All right, what's going on, guys and gals? Bonafide Hustler here, coming to you live from the inside of my office. And today I'm going to do a quick Q&A. I'm actually running this thing off my cell phone, so sorry if it's kind of cloudy or something's not right. Let me get this thing perfectly straight. It's good to have you guys here. It's really nice to have you guys here on a Friday as well, because we know tomorrow, at least for a lot of us here in the USA, got garage sales and stuff, so it should be a lot of fun. Anyways, yeah, just open Q&A. We have some people that are starting to come in. Sell quick, ship quick, what's going on, money from Mars. I'll be shouting out a lot of people like here and there throughout the video. And of course, if you have a question, you can just type it in right now. If it says live with a little red rectangle thing, there is, it's a perfect opportunity to get a question in. We can talk about reselling, entrepreneur stuff, thrifting, life, whatever you guys want to, fitness, it's all good. Whatever you guys want to. It's Friday and no rules on Friday. But anyways, so let me talk about today real quick before I answer a couple questions. I managed to hit up one thrift store today. I was going downtown to go check out a bicycle garage sale at this one place, and so I went to a thrift store, found a cool Patagonia fleece, and yeah, so that was like today's find, $15 fleece that will probably sell for around 80 bucks, maybe 100 if I'm lucky. There was a question that came in from somebody that says, do I only ride specialized stump jumpers? The answer is no. For downhill, I use an enduro. So I have a secondary bike, an enduro comp with like just about every other upgrade needed. It's an aluminum frame bike with carbon and everything else. And so that's my downhill bike. The one I ride now is a specialized stump jumper 2018 Olin's Coil Edition. Really, really nice bike. So I got a great deal on it. It was insane. Someone's on the road to Austin. Lady Luck Junk, cool. Welcome to town. When you get down here, don't forget to go to Taco Deli, and don't forget to go hit up garage sales tomorrow. You might run into me because I'll be out there with e-money. I do have a question for you guys. Hold on real quick. What am I building with a super chat today? It's important, man. That's a good question because we didn't quite build the blazer. So here's the thing. When you watch people on YouTube, you can super chat them money, and it's a lot of fun. I like it a lot. So today we're gonna just build a hamburger. All right. So when super chats come in, that'll pay for the bun. Then we gotta buy the meat. Then we gotta buy the the condiments, and then the lettuce, the tomatoes, the onions. So we'll try to build a hamburger today with super chat money. Anyways. So yeah, if there are any questions, you can start piling them in. Since it's on a cell phone, it'll flash the question for a second and then it'll vanish in like 10 seconds. So hopefully I'm gonna be able to like see them all. But today has been a pretty slow day. I did find one thing. I have to take about somewhere between maybe 7 or 9 pictures of items after this video. And then those pictures, I'll try to list them tomorrow morning on eBay, various items. I'm trying to get a ride in today as well. And Sonny Ray says, hey, Bonafide from Wisconsin. And that's pretty clever. I like that. Yeah, I had a question for you guys. All right, so there's a super chat that came in for the hamburger buns already. $5 from Mark Frazier, good friend of mine. He is paying for the buns of the hamburger. All right, so we got the hamburger buns. Here we are. We got the hamburger buns. We're gonna need the lettuce, the tomatoes, onions. We're gonna need the condiments, and then we're gonna need the meat, and then the cheese. So that's what we got so far. We kind of got this thing. Yeah, I had some questions for you guys, which is what content do you like the best? Do you like Q&A? Do you like ride-alongs? Do you like hot shots? Do you like all the thrift store stuff? Or do you lean more towards garage sale stuff? Do you like it when I go by myself? Do you like it better if I go with my brother? Do you miss my wife in the videos? Let me know all those kind of things. Do you like day in the life vlogs? Which yesterday I threw down a day in the life vlog, or actually the day before that, and seemed to get a pretty decent like response out of it. So if you like day in the life kind of things, I can do that. But yeah, so let me know. All right, I got some Canadian bacon on this burger from 75 MA Girl, $2.79 super chat. So now we got some bacon. Wow. I mean, I didn't even think there was gonna be bacon on the hamburger. We got bacon on the hamburger now. So we're gonna be building a pretty tasty hamburger here. Collector Treasure says, I love the garage sales with e-money and company. Cool. Aramis, what's up? People love the ride-alongs with e-money, so that's good. Garage sale vlogs, those are probably the most prominent on my channel. So if you're watching this for the very first time, go check out my channel. I've flipped used items on places like eBay, Amazon, Craigslist. Facebook Marketplace and antique booth. So I buy stuff for cheap and I flip it for more money. It's awesome. All right, so people are saying my content rocks. That's good. Thank you so much. There's also content behind the scenes. So if you're like stuck on my YouTube channel, that's cool. But there's also content that's coming down on Instagram as well in the form of stories. And then it's not all the time, but every now and then. And then there's also other stuff on the email list. So do you get sponsored by Strella? No. Okay, so Strella is my actual brand. It's my private label brand that is going to play a big role in something later. So, anyways, yeah, it's my stuff, and you can kind of see some of the hats up there. I mean, I got all the hats chilling, and then there are boxes like in this office, like down here. All of those boxes have shirts and stuff. So, people seem to like all my content, by the way. Completely unrelated. I'm just reading stuff that are coming up on the screen. This is way less organized than doing on a computer, but like now, here, let me get this question out of the way. All right, what do I look for in bikes? What are in general conditions? So I like bikes that are heavily marketable. That's the most important thing. If you want to actually, make money flipping bikes, A, try to get my bike guide, but B, flip very good bikes in the first place. Trek kids bikes, specialized kids bikes, really good place to start. Electro Townie is a really good Electro's the brand, Townie's the model. It's a really good brand of that's just a really good bicycle that sells across the nation. So something to consider right there. But get into good bikes. Hybrid bikes are really, really popular bikes amongst adults. So, if you find a hybrid bike, yeah, then definitely you look into those. Okay, so how did I choose baseball or trucker hats? I just, the very first thing that I ever produced was trucker hats. And I produced them because males and females both like to wear hats. And unlike a shirt, which can be worn a couple times, and you don't want to wear a shirt all the time, or else someone's going to think that you have no other pieces of clothing. A hat is different. You can wear the same hat like all the way through the week. No one cares. They're just like, yeah, cool hat, So I went with hats first, and the next thing, I don't know. I think I'm gonna do a hoodie soon, and it's not that I think I'm gonna do a hoodie soon. I'm definitely gonna do a hoodie. I want a hoodie, and I want rock hoodies all the way through fall and winter. So, yeah, next thing is gonna be hoodies. If you guys ever want to learn about how I built Strella and all the trials and tribulations to get that thing where it is, like I'll let you know about that too. Just if you guys want to know, hit me up on a video. These comments are coming up. They come up and then they like flash away within like 5 seconds. So if I don't answer your question, then repost it. I wonder if there's like a setting where I can make it hover for a little bit longer. I don't think there is. So yeah, maybe there's a way I can make, hold on real quick. Give me 1 second. Nope. Okay. So they're going to be sleeveless hoodies, Green Giant. Oh, they're going to be actual hoodies, full zip through the front. So that's just that's the style I like. I like to rep things or build things that I would wear, So I wear trucker hats. I wouldn't say all the time, but like here and there. And I'm a big fan of trucker hats. I like them. So I like these kind of, workout tanks, but I already have made Strella workout tanks. They're chilling in a box over here. Not very many, but I have some. And I have Strella shirts. I still wearing shirts. And I will probably make Strella towels. And I will make Strella hoodie. That's for sure. Strella hoodie is definitely coming out, 100%. So I've already saved up for my next batch. And when the weather turns here in Austin, that's when we're going to do like a big photo shoot and get the shirts on the site and everything like that, to where it'll be, at that point, I consider it a little clothing company, like something fun, Ryan Roots and you rarely wear sleeves. All right, so first of all, here in Austin, Texas, it's very, very hot. In Florida, it's really hot, humid over there. I like freedom, you know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I really don't like things with sleeves, because here in Austin, it's been either 90 to 102 for the past, like what it seems to be 2 months, and it'll probably be like that for another month. So maybe 3 to 4 months out of the year, it's a very high temperature here in Austin. I'm a really active individual, so that's the reason why I like sleeveless things. It's not really to even show off guns or anything like that. It's just articulation, breathability, that kind of stuff. So there's a question about accounting. I do my own accounting. It is done in a Google Sheet that I have, and that Google Sheet, I can do formulas at the end of the year, and I can give it to my accountant and all that kind of stuff. Really easy kind of stuff to do. I don't ever like to share my things like that because like the taxes are different in every state, and what my accountant wants from me is just what I give her. It's just pretty basic stuff. So I record um, the item, the date, the place that I bought it, what I paid for it, and the shipping costs, the sales price, and the day I sent it off. So those are the things I record: the day I bought it, the day I sent it off, and all those other things in between. And I think if you have that in an Excel or a Google Sheet type format, it's really easy to build a formula at the end of the year and really figure out like, what do you owe based upon your profit. So, um, anyways, so we have still need the meat of the burger. So I'm figuring right now we have a kind of a burger that's like floating. It's like there's nothing in the middle. If you just join right now, any super chat that comes in, we build something, right? And right now we're building a burger that isn't built yet, but what happened around. There was a question earlier. Do I have Asian descent in me? Yes, I am half Filipino and half French. So I do have, a little bit of that Asian Pacific Islander kind of thing going on. So what else we got here? Let me know. 52 people are watching. Do you guys like how the office kind of looks? It's kind of jumbled up, but it's getting cleaner and cleaner and looking better every day. But yeah, that awesome Burton board is back there. I don't know if you ever saw the video where I got that thing. Pretty cool, huh? That's a 90s, I want to say, PJ5, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty hard to find board. It was given to me on a trade, and yeah, really cool board. Okay, what else we got here going on? 10 upvotes. That's really good. That's nice of you guys. Yesterday when my video went live, I can't even be kidding, but like when it went live, within 2 minutes, there were already like 3 dislikes. So think about that real quick. If you were catching my video and 2 minutes have passed by, you probably got my subscription bell thing like hit. It's kind of odd to think that your haters are like some of the closest people to you. It's so weird. Yeah, it's just, I thought about the other day. I was like, there's no real way that someone could have seen this video unless they're definitely watching all my videos. Because that's how the YouTube algorithm kind of works, by the way, is your video will go to the people, just like Facebook. Like, you're gonna see the post of the people that you care about the most. On YouTube, you're gonna see the updates, or you're gonna see the videos in your feed of the channels you watch the most. That's the reason why when you make a video, it's like you don't get 34,000. Like I have like what, 37,000 subscribers or something like that. When in a perfect world, I would launch a video and then within a day or two, I would have 37,000 views, right? Like that makes sense. But the problem is throttling happens. And so YouTube, like Facebook, has algorithms built into it, and they put the information in front of you that you're most likely to engage with, right? So anyways, that's the reason why people in big channels like Rakin's channel has like 130,000 or whatever, in a week, you might get 13,000 on a video, which is only 10% of his entire audience. You might think, wow, then you must be, you must have purchased all your subscribers. Sorry. All right. So hopefully everything's still good. There was a call that came in. I don't know what is going on. So if you can still hear me and see me and everything like that, let me know. I lost my train of thought. Anyways, the YouTube algorithm throttles a lot of people. So if someone hates my video, like quickly and thumbs down the video, it's also someone that watches like all my videos. It's the weirdest thing to like think about. It's like if you dislike something so much, like why even consume that footage or like consume that content in the first place? Very weird. All right, question time. So line up your questions, throw them down there, and let me see if I can get to some. If I don't get to them, repost them, all right? Because I'm doing this on a cell phone, not on my laptop. The YouTube Live thing has changed a little bit, and so I have to, until I can figure out how to get it back on a computer, I'm doing it on a cell phone just for this one video. Yeah, until the questions come out, I haven't looked at the yard sale treasure map for tomorrow, but it's probably gonna be a pretty good day, and I can't wait to go hang out with E-Money and have some fun and see his sideburns, and see if the tornado is gonna chop me up into pieces. I don't know. But I love hanging out with him. So anyways, here's a question. Where did I buy the Endless Summer poster? All right, so this is the Endless Summer poster. You can get this poster anywhere. It was an ex-girlfriend that gave it to me like way back in the day. framed and everything. So that's what it is. Insert it the perfect way. All right. So that's cool. I think my favorite poster actually in this room is this one. This is the Point Break poster. I love that one. That's my favorite one. And that one was bought off of some Etsy store, I think. So yeah, not exactly a produced one like in mass production, but you can still get it. I think it's a pretty cool poster. I like that one. I like anything with surfing, of course, if you guys know me. Okay, best category to focus on when you get started as a reseller. I would say shoes. Honestly, shoes are everywhere across America, so really awesome stuff. Um, yeah. Do I do good selling used DVDs? No, I don't touch those things. I don't. What else? What other kind of questions we have coming up? Think about them and then ask them. It can pertain to the vlogs. It can, pertain to something that might interest you within all the footage I've ever put out over the years. Let me know. There's some interesting questions that did come in. While you're thinking about your question, check out the cool stuff on this like little office wall. I would love to like put books in there, but I got like some of my favorite Xbox 360 games. I got my Nintendo games down here, and then I got some other cool movies over here. Texas Brenda says, "Do you have any more guides coming out?" So I'm thinking about doing a guide, maybe sporting goods to bucks or outdoor goods to bucks, which I really like outdoors goods like way more. Sporting goods, I think, is just I would love to reproduce the guide, but I'm just not huge on like football helmets, baseballs, baseball, like not huge on that kind of stuff. But on outdoors goods to bucks, I think I could just crush it because I love the outdoor stuff. And I think I could really, I mean, there's so much cool stuff that's outdoors related. Look down here. Do you guys know what this stuff is right here? Look at these two gray bags. Do you guys know what those are? Those are Facebook Marketplace pickups from like last week. So, and I bought them for 150 bucks a piece. Now, I don't know if you know what these things are, but this one right here, they both cost the same in the store. Those are both $300 bags in the store. But I bought them for 150 bucks a piece. And I can decide whether I want to use them or if I want to resell them. Either way, I can make about 75 bucks to maybe 100 bucks on each one. So pretty awesome. Got an offer for a Patagonia jacket. Pretty cool. Let me put that away. So I'm thinking outdoor items to bucks because there's just so much I could talk about. And I think it'd be a lot of fun. I probably wouldn't talk about tents because when people think, oh, the great outdoors, camping, tents are one of those things you have to buy like dirt cheap. And so that's one of the big things that you kind of see at garage sales all the time. You see tents, and a lot of times they're crappy like Ozark Trail ones or Coleman ones. You don't want to mess with those. You should start getting interested when you see big Agnes or some REI ones, some North Face ones, things like that. Like you're gonna want to look into like high grade tents like that. Question came in, hey, I got a 2-man, can't identify, can I hit you up on Facebook? I'll might try to help you out, but look through Google Images and describe the bag through Google Images. Not terribly. Like if you have if you have a black shoulder laptop bag, then put black shoulder laptop bag into into Google Images and see if you can locate it through that, because that's what I would do. So I want you to do that work first before you send me that picture. If there's one thing that kind of irks me more than anything is when someone sends me something like, do you know anything about this? And then I automatically think like, have you done any research on this item, like whatsoever? Like Google Images is such an amazing resource out there. Some people make it so complicated. They're trying to search all these crazy like not ISBN numbers, but like serial numbers and stuff like that. Like just describe the item that you see. Like how would someone describe it? Whether it be like an ACG Nike brown shoe, for example, they're sitting there running these numbers into Google and nothing comes up, and they give up right then and there. So Google Images is an amazing directory of just, it's almost like a worth point because it'll lead you into at least figuring out what the thing is called, the actual model name. From there, you can go to eBay with it. Yeah, you can send me pictures of it, whatever, but it sounds like it's a yoga bag of some sort. Hard to explain. I had it hard to know until I see a picture. Someone sold a Funko on eBay. Wow, that's pretty awesome. G Jasso, that's Funko is almost like Beanie Baby stuff. There's a lot of like duds out there, but there's pretty collectible things too. A lot of the collectible things, as I've seen, come from like Comic Cons and stuff, like all these really hard to find kind of places. S. Galloway, other than guides, do you sell? Okay, do I offer a mentorship program? As of right now, I do not. And it's crossed my mind, but I'm gonna be offering more of a mentorship program on the fitness side. And fitness is like my true passion. Like I love being outside. I love keeping a good aesthetic body, whatever. And I think it's just one of those things like when we look at the markets between reselling and fitness, the fitness market is huge. It's just gigantic. And so I love it. It's a big market, you know, kind of a red market. There are a lot of sharks swimming around. Everyone's trying to get the same, piece of the pie. But, I have a pretty different spin on a lot of things. So I really feel like I could win that market very well. And so that's the reason why I'm going to probably do the mentorship program, the group coaching, all that kind of stuff is going to be done on the fitness side. If I have any other time, I'm going to do that kind of stuff with the reselling, which the green room is kind of that anyway. So I'm in there pretty much at most people's disposal. They can tag me and I get back to them almost the same day. So, yeah. Alex Ochoa, am I a physical trainer or a personal trainer? So I used to be until I realized that it's kind of like a big scam. And the companies that certify you it's great if you go into a gym setting. If you don't care about working for a gym, which I don't care, it doesn't interest me whatsoever, then an ACE or a, whatever, NASM certification, all these other certifications, none of this stuff really matters. Experience is going to trump just about everything out there, no matter what you do. So my point is, a lot of people, when they want to get better at photography, they can go to the Canon website and see all these great tutorials about how to take pictures. But what do people do? They go to YouTube and they find, people making camera vlogs and how to shoot with them. And they show real-time stuff like how to, go through the menus and stuff. And they bind and they align better with those people. These are real people with real problems that solve them and are experts now, So that's the way I've been. I've done like almost 2.5 decades of fitness. I don't need some $800 certification course that literally mailed me a backpack and a book. And then they told me to study for a test that I passed. I let my thing expire. I was just like, I don't need an $800 company telling me like how to be fit or that I know what I'm talking about. So I stopped doing all that kind of stuff and I went my own direction. And so that's where I am now. And I am in much better shape than I was in my 30s, for example. I have as much or more muscle on me. I feel better. So, that came with a lot of experimentation and a lot of that stuff isn't in those books and things, but rest assured that if you ever want to become a certified personal trainer, that is somewhere between $700 and $900. And in the mail, you will literally get a book for a test and like a fanny pack or a backpack or something really stupid. I mean, that's the part that really got to me. As soon as that stuff hit my doorstep and I opened it, I was like, it's just a book and the backpack is some crappy private label, backpack that you would never put on anyway. And that's when it hit me, like, this is just all one big money grab, for these companies. And I'm just not down with it. I really am not. So, but yeah, I have a different way of like staying fit. I love it. And yeah, I mean, when I'm in the gym, people know I'm a very serious person, like super serious. That's the thing. I don't mess around. Like, I don't mess around. I create all my own workouts, and I think it's a lot of fun. I think people out there, there's a question coming in like fitness to bucks or something like that. So like my other channel, Bod Damn, I am wrapping up, I think the second, exactly. Connect Girl 16 said, just watch his other channel for fitness. It's Bod Damn. And you can see all the fitness stuff on there, but I am working on some cool stuff behind the scenes for sure. And if I would really appreciate it, I am wrapping up my first official, I'm not wrapping it up. It's already like done and edited. I'm gonna show my wife if she clears it. She's like, yeah, this looks good. We're gonna export it and it's gonna be on YouTube at the Bod Damn channel, but it's our very, very, very first her and I fitness vlog. So that is coming out either this weekend or Monday. So just so you guys know, please go over to Bod Damn, BODDAMN, and make sure you hit the like button or subscribe to that channel and watch for that video to drop. It's pretty cool because we do some really cool active things. We show you some cool food that we eat, and you get a glimpse of like Whitney's fitness routine as well, which I didn't build for her this time, but like you get to see it, and it's pretty neat. You'll see what's going on. There's also something in that vlog that to me is incredibly saddening. I won't spoil it for you, but it happens towards the tail half of the video. So you should go check that out. Saddening to me, and I explain why. But anyways, very cool. I think everyone, so someone's saying like, I need help in that area, like the fitness area, and I get it. Like I've met so many resellers over the years, and resellers are so bright. And I say that with the utmost confidence and the utmost respect is because they are literally, most of the people that I've met are doing it full time, and they've just said adios to a corporate 9 to 5, and they want to pursue freedom, the power of just feeling like you're shopping all day and getting paid for it, and the thrill of the hunt, right? That's bold and courageous any way that you look at it. So when I go back and you said I've met all these like resellers, these are very, very bright individuals with a lot of courage that have chosen a very unorthodox way of making money that now is becoming, I would say orthodox. I mean, everyone kind of knows a little bit about what we do as resellers, but I mean, gosh, merch, with Amazon, FBA, Merchant Fulfilled, eBay, Letgo, OfferUp, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, antique booths. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, and it's always, resellers at the core experimenting with all this kind of stuff, like literally like scanners on your hand or your arm, and you're at book sales. I mean, it just goes on and on and on, and it's really fascinating stuff. And the best part about it is that you get, the best thing about it is that you get this freedom, which is a lot of fun. And my point is, I've met a lot of these people, and it seemed like the last thing that a lot of people that they cannot, hone in on is their fitness. And I think if they understood really how easy it can be, just like learning eBay or learning what sells from a thrift store or a garage sale, they'll start to realize the same principles can be applied to fitness. And then your whole life changes around. Then you feel better every single day, and you feel like you wake up with a purpose. Now, I'm not slamming anyone that wakes up and feels like they have a purpose, but you know what I'm saying? You wake up and you really feel good, and you want to like change the direction of your life. Like starts to happen pretty quickly. So I just urge everybody out there to do it, start eating healthy. That's probably the easiest way to start something, is to start eating healthy, and just don't stop. Like, when people stop, it's just, man, it's like you let yourself down. You don't want to do that. That's no fun. That's like not learning from returns on eBay, for example. It's just like, oh, like, wonder why I got that item back. So you keep doing the same exact thing over and over. You get more returns, and you never actually learn, right? Learning is very important. You never want to learn at the last moment when you're at the doctor's office and they're telling you some grave, terrible news. And at that point, you've learned and you start changing your life. You don't want it to be that. Like, you don't want it to be. As much as you can control it, you should never let it get to that point. You should never let it get to the point where in the morning you wake up and your back is so painful that you can't like stand up straight, and you're gasping for air, like, because you're not a mobile individual. Like, it should never get to that. You should really try hard to keep some of the basic things that make us really happy. Mobility is one of them. So, in a nutshell, if that's going to be some of the stuff that I talk about on my fitness products. I will have fitness products, and then I'm going to have accelerated, kind of like not courses, but accelerated learning programs. So like I'll have 2 fitness guides, and then one that's going to be like super high level thinking, like fitness guide. That one's probably going to be like life changing for sure. Anybody that reads it. And then there's going to be mentorship program, probably one, and then like a gold standard mentorship program, which is going to be pretty much the closest access someone could get to me. And it might be the highest priced one too, but for me to do the best that I can for everybody else, I have to keep like creating. So yeah. And someone said like health is your first thing, not wealth. It's true, because without health, who cares if you have the wealth? Like, if you got a ton of money, you might be blowing that on hospital bills later on. Like, who cares? Like, I admire the people that really take care of their health the most, and they leave the money at the wayside, but then they realize like, all right, health is important. I changed my life, blah, blah, blah. And then they apply those principles to the money. And that's really where it gets interesting. So you never know what's going to truly work for you, but you're absolutely going to fail if you don't do anything different. So very important. All right, let's get some reselling questions going down. When I get on a fitness tangent, man, it gets out of control. And it's because I really care about that kind of stuff. Like I literally, this is what I care about, and I won't let money get in the way of like how I believe. And it's good. I'm 40 years old. I feel freaking good. Like I feel awesome, you know? And I didn't think it was gonna feel like this. When I was 20, I thought like, oh, I'd be old as hell at 40. Like, I don't want to be 40. I'll be creaking and all that kind of stuff. Dude, it's not even like that at all. I won't say I'm just as strong, but I'm also not just as big either as I was in my 20s. In my 20s, I was big, like 200, what's the highest I ever got? 226, almost 230 pounds. I mean, I was big, super strong. And I'm not that now, but it's because I'm not as big. So like I'm okay with the trade-off there. But I'm smarter, better, healthier. Like it's just amazing. Like that's just the way it is. So yeah, 40 is great. Question came in. Do you have church sales down there? We do. So when they come around, that's good. Some of them are held in a church and some of them are sponsored by a church. They're on like a tennis court that's like right there with the church or something on the church grounds, but not technically in the church. I've been to ones that are in a church, and for some reason, those really excite me, especially when they're next to nice neighborhoods, because the goods are always just awesome at a church sale. People at church sale just don't know what is really, really worth some good money. Um, do you clean your shoes before I list them? I technically, for the most part, do not. I just, I buy good items. I don't buy items that need a lot of work. I'm not searching for projects at all. I'm searching for profits and cheddar. That's the rule. You start bending that rule, then you become more of, if you're in a shoe sense, a cobbler, right? I don't want to be a cobbler. Does anyone want to be a cobbler? The only kind of good cobbler out there is peach cobbler. No, but like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to turn into one of those. Like, there's a fine line I draw with bikes, for example. When a bike needs too much work, I'm not a bike flipper anymore. I'm becoming a bike mechanic. I don't want to be that. So you have to know, if you had a tough month or whatever like that, and you start making decisions like, okay, I have to do this because it's a tough month and blah blah blah. Then I guess whatever floats your boat, just don't get caught up in that kind of stuff if you can't on the long term. Um, what are some of the key hot items to look for in pawn shops? Micro cassette recorders are good. Awesome webcams. Um, Tascam audio recorders, mics are cool. There's so many different things at the pawn shop. Bikes are amazing. Mark Fraser, how often do I lower prices on eBay? Right now, just about, okay, I want to say just about all. 80 to 85% of the things that sell in my store now have been sold through promoted listings. So I think if I adjust anything, it would be probably the promoted listings portion. Um, because you could go back into your items and change the prices manually, but I haven't done that in a long while. So maybe I should. Maybe that'll jump the algorithm a little bit, or jump the algorithm, but maybe it'll trigger the algorithm to do some things. But for right now, I believe that listing really good items is very important on a regular basis, and I really do think that the promoted listings thing, while it wasn't working 2 months ago, now all of a sudden seems like it's working really well. So I mean, majority of my listings have a little green thing under it says sold through promoted listings. So what's the best strategy for beginners? That's a very broad question. Please elaborate on that. I don't know who put that one up there, but um, let me know what I'm talking about on that. How many active listings at eBay on average? My active listings, I'd love 200, but I'm somewhere between 147 and it seems like 172 as of right now. I would love to get more. When I was on the road to 200 last year, I was just like, yeah, road to 200, road to 200. And then I did an experiment where I put a majority of my items like cross-listed on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. And then it was like really hard to get to 200 at that point because items sell left and right on local markets, at least here in Austin. So, and I have to pull them off my eBay account too at that point. So I might be selling a pair of Solomon shoes today, for example, locally. And as soon as that person and we meet, right there in the parking lot, I have to cancel out an eBay listing for those Solomon shoes. Thus my, 150 listings goes down to 149 real quick, just in a matter of a second. But I make some money on a shoe, don't have to deal with returns, and I'm good, Um, all right, any more questions? Let me know. I don't know what time it is. I know I want to get a ride in today, so that'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, more questions. Let me know. And no, I will not sell any of those games to you guys. What's the best place to source to find items that are very easy to flip, or which items. Okay, so what's the best place to source garage sales? What are the easiest items to flip from garage sales? Probably small electronics and sporting goods. I think they're really good. Local and OfferUp are doing great right now. That's cool. Yeah, local is really good. OfferUp, I'm not a huge fan of OfferUp. I'm a big fan of Nextdoor, Facebook Marketplace, and Craigslist to buy and resell and to sort. Not so much Nextdoor to sell, to buy Nextdoor, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. To resell, Facebook Marketplace, and Craigslist only. If you got my Cheddar report today, there is a killer Nextdoor find that is on the Cheddar report today. But if you don't have it, it's all good. So yeah, that item that is in the Cheddar report was 80 bucks on a Nextdoor like Saturday find. It was on, found it on a Saturday on Nextdoor. I found it within an hour. And then I really do believe, I've already had a $600 offer on it, but I turned it down. I really do believe someone from Canada yesterday also said, can you ship it to Canada? Which I refused to. And this is a really big item. And I think he was going to pay full price. I'm not 100% sure, but I just want to sell it locally. I do think that this item is probably worth between $2,500 and like $4,000, something like that. So I'm aiming for the moon right now. I'm all good, whatever. This item came, I just don't want to spoil it for anyone. I don't want to talk about it too much because it's kind of I don't want to jinx anything, but we have the item, so there's nothing to jinx at this point. Like, it's really cool. It's a good item, very, 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 very highly collectible. If you got the Cheddar report today, I think you'll know what I'm talking about. In the picture, it has a green kind of background, a tarp that we used to like shoot the pic for eBay. Yeah, so we'll see what that thing shakes out to be, but I've already declined a $600 offer on it, so I do think it's worth some good coins. But it was a pain in the butt to get it to the house. It's still cool though. It came from Nextdoor. Nextdoor is an app that you can install on your phone and you can search surrounding neighborhoods to your house, provided that you own the house. I think if you also rent an apartment, you can do Nextdoor. I'm not 100% sure if it only is with owners kind of people. I don't know, but I have my Nextdoor app set to 45 surrounding neighborhoods, and oh my gosh, there's so many good things you can find from Nextdoor. It's crazy. I should also make a video regarding Facebook Marketplace, because like 2 weeks ago, oh man, I found some really good things on Facebook Marketplace, and I sold some really good things from that one. Annoying. Did you guys hear that? Okay, so did anybody get to Cheddar report? Please let me know down below as well. I sent it out like an hour ago. So if you're part of my email list, you can go to bonafidehustler.com and get the free guide. Once you get the free guide, you're automatically on my communication list, my email list. And yeah, I think you want it. I think you want to be on it. You want to be on it because I make these Cheddar reports, and now Cheddar report number 5 is going to come out in mid-September. Today I launched Cheddar report number 4. It's a 10-page like little report with some cool things that you need to know, local flips, some of the neat music I'm listening to behind the scenes, where I'm going to be on local meetups. So there's 3 local meetups that I talk about on the latest Cheddar report. One's in Colorado, one's going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina, and the other one, Mark Fraser, how you're not getting it? You should totally today, man. Look in your spam folder, dude. And then the last place I'm going to be doing one is in Colorado, I think. So yeah, Texas Brenda got the Cheddar report. It's awesome. There you go. So go check your email and check your spam folder, trash folder, whatever, because I don't know. Maybe one in there. Who knows? You should never put baby Cheddar report in the corner ever. Maybe it goes into the spam folder. Don't ever put Cheddar report in the corner. I'll be mad. But yeah, it's a neat report where, it's just a lot of fun. I shout a lot. There's a page of the Cheddar report where I shout out, we talk about the YouTube channel, and I shout out people that are like kind of funny on there, the comments that come in and stuff. So that's on there as well. A couple more questions, then I got a jet. It doesn't look like we built the hamburger. We got kind of have like a floating burger right here. There's like nothing in the middle. But I also wasn't talking about the hamburger too much. For anybody that did super chat me anything today, thank you so much. First of all, like that was just awesome. One day we're going to build something really intricate, but looks like we got a floating burger today. Any more questions? See, here's the thing. If you ask a question, I didn't answer it, then it goes on my screen for literally like 7 seconds. So if I'm talking about something and I don't see it, then I can't answer it. Um, so let me know. Looks like some people got the Cheddar report. That's cool. I can't give you the Cheddar report if you didn't get it, but you can go to bonafidehustler.com. I'll tell you what, if you reply to any of my emails saying I did not receive the Cheddar report, then I will give it to you manually. So go to any of my emails, reply back, say I did not get Cheddar report number 4, because that's the one I sent out today, and then I will send it out to you manually. Any more questions? All collab, have I tried looking for any? No, not yet, but that is going to be one of the things I'm going to start looking for. That's on the hunt. I think I met up with you. Yeah, you're the person I met up with. Aaron Kluge says, answer to the universe. All started with a bang, and we're still currently kind of exploding while we're, we think everything is normal and we're just chilling here and nothing's happening, but we're technically still zooming out into space. Yeah, I think the JD Webb or whatever telescope, what is that thing called? Like it's an infrared telescope and it's seeing the spread of like the explosion. And it's really fascinating stuff. I'm not going to get my science mixed up here, but I know that's the telescope that's going to be able to do the most. I want to say it's a JD Webb or something like that. It's a NASA telescope. It's pretty cool. But you should read about it because it's an infrared telescope. And I don't know if I've seen it live. Have I ever seen it live? I think it was at South by Southwest one time. I think I did see it in real life once. Anyway, pretty cool. Because they were building it like 2 or 3 years ago. Question. Oh, can I ship tacos? No, I can't. That'd be really cool to ship tacos though. On the hunt, 90701. I need to get you on one of my shows. He says, remember the trick to finding them with the handle. So he showed me this trick. It never made it on the video because I was just like engrossed with it. He was one of the people, I think if that's Manuel, if that's who I'm thinking about, who met up with me in California on my San Diego meetup. And he was the guy in the video that was like big into cookware and all that kind of stuff. And he knew pots and pans and skillets and all this crazy stuff. And he started teaching us like right there in the store, like what to look for. I wish I'd filmed more of it because it was fascinating stuff. That's why I want to get him on a show, dude. And yeah, so we can get you talking to my audience. It's really cool stuff, valuable things too. Someone was saying that they got office phones, so that's really neat. Office phones sell for really good money. That's awesome. Mark Fraser says, I sold the shoes that I found in San Diego that day. Very cool. Yeah, so there's Manuel right there. We're going to have to do a show, buddy. But in order to do a show, you have to have some of these things that you want to teach people about. They're ready to show them on the screen like you did with me in real life. That was really cool. Yeah, because if you think about it, pots and pans and, bakery stuff, cutlery, am I saying it right? That stuff is at all thrift stores, all garage sales, all yard sales, and probably every church sale. I mean, it's everywhere. And I bet you a lot of people don't know outside of just maybe, um, I don't know, like Le Creuset and just random stuff. They just know some of the expensive stuff, but they miss everything else. And they probably know Cutco, for example. Yeah, there you go, which are knives. But there's so much other stuff that no one knows about. It's crazy. And this dude knew about it. So, all right. So I think I'm going to go hit the trails here in a second. I'm going to stick around for 2 more questions. If you have 2 more questions, let me know. And then I will be out of here. What do we got here? All right. I need to learn about that stuff. Yeah, it's really cool. I see it all the time. I wish I knew more about it. I didn't know anything about it until this guy came to my meetup. And then I was like, whoa. This stuff has been chilling there the whole time. You know how many times I've probably walked by like thousands of dollars in this stuff and then just walked by it because it's just not my thing. Crazy. It really is pretty crazy when you think about it. But that's happening right now to you guys out there, I guarantee you. So like, if you ever want to get on the fast track for some of this stuff, get out every free guide that all your YouTuber friends are making, no matter who they are, Rockstar, like Rally, any of those people that have anything free, just get it as much as you can, and then figure out who you bind with the most and you trust the most, and then buy all their stuff in the background. That's how you get really good, because the people that you trust the most, they do the best work typically. And yeah, if you want to, be on the fast track, you have to You got to be willing to invest in yourself. That's the truth. It's the absolute truth. So, one more question. Let's get one more in there. Let's see what it is. I'll answer it to my fullest ability here, and then I'll get out of here. It is a Friday. I do want to just, I wouldn't even say I want to relax, but I want to get things done today. So let me know. One more question. Who is it gonna be? Let's get it right now. I will wait till this question comes in. Oh yeah, do you like the short hair long or do you like it short? Let me know. Richard Dale, the best flip this week. That's a good question, actually. Best flip this week. That's a really, really good question. There have been some good sales at the booth lately, actually. I sold a Kenny Rogers lambskin jacket yesterday that was found in Bentonville, Arkansas. That was $5. I sold that when I netted a check for like 49. That was in the booth, but at the same, a globe has sold in the booth as well for like 45. I don't buy globes like past $5. So the booth has been doing some really good stuff. If you ever saw the video where I purchased like 28 belt buckles in a Justin boot box for 20 bucks, I have probably sold seven buckles, maybe 8 by now. Each one, 23 bucks or more is the net check I'm getting from those belt buckles from the booth. Trying to think what my best flip this week. I mean, those antique ones are pretty good. I like those a lot. Of course, there are better ones on eBay. I'm just trying to remember what has come through. I mean, surely the things that were on the vlogs, but I have to think about it. I don't know why I look behind me, right? It's not like it's gonna be right there or anything. I have to think about it because I know that some good stuff has sold. I know it. God, I want to say it was shoe related though. This week though, I can't remember down to this week. I just can't. Um, I have to get back to you guys on that. But yeah, the antique booth and the way that it pays out, I never show any of that kind of stuff to anybody. Like I just don't. It's just kind of boring. Like I get a sheet every evening. Not a sheet every evening. I basically go every evening, I log in, and I can see on this like cloud doc that the antique mall has what I sold in the booth every single day. I made like 97 yesterday out of the booth. The day before was around like 70 something like that. It's been a pretty good month. I mean, the month started on the 15th, the pay period started on the 15th or the 17th. I forget at this point. The check is in the 360 range right now or something. That's not too bad for a pretty semi-passive business. And it's as passive as you see it on my vlogs. I mean, literally when I drop something off, that's as much as I'm doing now. I drop it off and tidy up a little thing here and there. I don't think in a given month I'm in the antique mall more than 30 minutes. Like I'm pretty sure it's not more than 30 minutes. That's how passive to me it has become. I spend more time tagging in the background and researching and making sure that it goes to the booth than anything else. Oh, best flip of the week. Here it is. It actually was in the booth. And this was the day that I made around 70 bucks or something like that. Was a $5 and $8 typewriter. It was a Royal typewriter that was in the booth for around 150 at a 50% off sale. The booth took a little bit and then yielded me like a $68 check. So it's pretty good, considering like all I did was get it at a garage sale, I tagged it up, and I threw it in the booth. So like that's what happened, and that took 2 months to sell. That wasn't too bad. So that was a pretty. I mean, the Kenny Rogers jacket from yesterday, that's kind of cool too, whatever. But what's really cool about it, and maybe why you should take a look at potentially getting a vintage booth, is the fact that once you build it out and you get your pegboard done and you get your shelving done and all this kind of stuff, then you can decorate it a certain way and you can put shirts where you want them and boots where you want them and showcase things any way that you want, provided that the antique mall has an adequate amount of traffic and that the traffic has things in their hands and they're actually buying items. You probably have a high traffic antique mall. You shouldn't be scared about super high rent compared to other antique malls in the area that have, let's say, no traffic, but their rent is much cheaper, and that's probably the reason why. But yeah, sometimes you have to go out on a limb and just be like, you know what, maybe I'll try this thing out, because once you get the initial build out done of the booth and everything, then you just kind of reap the benefits from it. It's pretty cool. Um, the shelving in my booth were things that were found free, dirt cheap at like Salvation or dirt cheap at Salvation Army, or two of the racks that were in my booth right now are racks that I had in the mid 2000s in my apartment from like back in the day. And then I brought them into my house, and then it became shelving racks in my garage at one point. Then we got actual gorilla racks in my garage. So I took those shelving racks out and I put them in the booth. But that's the kind of stuff that's in my booth. There's nothing is like high dollar rack system, whatever. I went to Home Depot and put more pegboard up so I could get more hooks in. And so that's that. But everything else is just random stuff like IKEA. See these bookcases right here? These things are from IKEA, and I had a third one, but I didn't want it to keep going down this way on a wall in the office. So I took that one to the booth. So it's a very hodgepodge, like mixed, mismatched, like looking thing. But when you pack it up with good stuff, it looks pretty good after a while. When people go into it, they get an experience. And that experience usually is touching a bunch of things and being like, oh, that's pretty one of a kind. Like, I'll probably buy it. So that's what the booth comes down to. I don't talk about it much because I'm not at it much, but it is still a small income stream that I capitalize on every single month. And especially when we find mid-century modern furniture or lockers or something like that, that income stream, in spurts, it gets bigger and it's a lot of fun. So that's pretty much the video. I do hope, that you guys have intense cheddar luck tomorrow. I have to figure out where to end this thing, but I don't know how. But yeah, I hope you have really good luck tomorrow when you're going garage selling or thrifting. Don't forget that the most important thing is to make smart decisions and spend some good time with your family. Take them thrifting with you, to the swap meet, to garage sales, to the flea market. Have some fun with them. Get into seeing what they buy and have them come with you, even if they don't want to. Start supplementing your life with some of these cool goods, and don't ever buy things at full price. Be smart about your money. And I'll see you on the next Bonafide Hustler video. Take it easy. Goodbye.